So, with all that being said, man, welcome.
Oh man, it's a pleasure to be here, man. Glad to be here. Definitely don't take anything for granted. Life itself,
Right.
but I'm definitely glad to be here, man. Especially with old ghost.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I told him, me and Sauce, we had a relationship because he came sat in before with Petworth back in the day,
Yeah, yeah,
and I came at the Chucky house one time when y'all was there. Um, but he said, "Ghost, I got this band, man. They nice, man. I want you to check them out." And I said, "All right." I came up there, and he let me hear a tape. Back then we was doing
yeah,
tapes.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Damn, who is this?" And so when y'all actually started playing, when I came out to see y'all, I was like, cause I was a big Red S's fan, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, these dudes right here got something different going on. I was getting to y'all. It was undeniable, right? So, and I'm sure people in Red S's and all EU, everybody, you know what I'm saying, seen it. So it was like a new wave, cause like it was like Petworth, the Young Bands and Chuck, Trouble Funk, a handful. But then when Backyard came and the Northeast Groovers and all that, it was like I took it to another level for my eye point, and I used to just watch you play, right? You know, and seeing some of the stuff you did, and I was like, man, where this dude get this stuff from? You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I ain't lying. That's what it was. Then Sauce was like right there with you. You know what I'm saying? So just the whole band, and I always been a fan ever since. You know what I'm saying? Even though I still like the Red S's, but I'm talking pocket work. Y'all that pocket work, y'all took that shit to it like, give me that shit. You know what I mean? Let me show you how to do this, right? But that's what it was, and we was riding around in our car, man, with the pockets, man, and that's what really to me what go-go was when it started out. It was the pocket, We play the music, even if you play a song, we switch it up. We had to put that pocket in there, and if you look at bands that play today, even go-go bands, they'll play a song and they'll play it like the song. But I watched Chuck Brown. He played everything around the pocket.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at D. Floyd. Like he playing everything around the pocket. Vibe. They play around the pocket versus, doing the music the way the music is.
Yeah.
And some songs they might switch up and do, but it's all about that percussion. You feel me?
Yeah. So, I want to stay right there where you at about that pocket. And so to me, being a kid growing up in this city and looking up to all of the bands, because I didn't have one favorite band. If you was a go-go band, I was a fan of yours.
Oh,
Period.
okay.
It didn't matter who you were. But I also knew that even though all of the bands were playing go-go, I knew the styles. So Chuck was the greatest teacher. And let me tell you why I said it. Chuck the greatest teacher because Chuck would take classics. Chuck would take jazz standard, like Duke Ellington A Train, and put a pocket on top of that.
Yeah.
It was brand new to me.
Right.
But when I went home and played it for my mom and my dad, like, oh son, that stuff old.
Right. Yeah.
So Chuck, that's why to me Chuck was the
He
teacher.
turned us on the music we wouldn't even never known about.
Chuck was the teacher to guys like myself. And I know I'm not the only one that think that knows this, but Chuck was the teacher. EU was really electrifying. They were rock. They were a rock band. They sounded like a rock band. Once again, there's that go-go pocket.
Yeah.
with the rock on top of it.
Yep.
Essence was the groovers.
Yeah.
We ain't call them the inner city groovers for nothing.
Right. They grew
Essence was the band that made up how you warm up a groove,
Yeah.
how you tease them a little bit,
Yeah.
but with the pocket still cranking.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
RE.
You know, I know that.
Right?
Yeah.
So with all that, me being experienced and all that, listening to all that and gathering up information and being a sponge and absorbing a lot from a lot of the bands before me, that's why you have a Backyard. That's why you have a Northeast. You
Right.
know, Junkyard is in that category, even though Junkyard was young.
Right.
But Junk is in that category because they were kids. They inspired us by taking whatever and making music out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of us grew up in the hood. We couldn't afford instruments.
Right.
But I can go to the paint shop up the street in Parkland and give me a couple of buckets
Or we could go to the damn
and
school.
put the buckets together, or go to Heckage Jamal. Or go to Heckage's store.
What
And
we did, we went to the school, climbed in the window, left the window open.
well, yeah, that was unsuccessful.
Yeah, you know. I had chaos back in the day. We did a lot of stealing, get what we want.
And